Last Thursday, Max dropped the penultimate set of episodes for Scavenger's Reign, and we got to see a bit of a narrative departure from the path we had been trudging before. If you've never seen Scavenger's Reign and want to get an appraisal of the first 3 episodes that aired a few weeks back, go ahead and check out that video here. And as for our good old pal Chonkers, a few of you helpfully pointed out that in the official synopsis for the episodes, Cayman's alien buddy is referred to as Hollow. So I guess we'll go with that as it was also the most upvoted. However, major shoutouts to Combat Pancake, Space Pupper, Best Pupper. I agree. Rob Franco, 5700. We call him Evil Bulbasaur. And then Mikea Navarrete, 3793, calls him Space Bobby Hill. That one made me laugh.
Damn it, Bobby, this just ain't right.
Cayman got a bit of a break this week, which was wise to give us a little more room for Sam and Ursula as well as Ozzy's new BFFs. Following the cliffhanger from the previous week's episodes, we see that Sam and Ursula have been found by another human survivor whom, despite being mute, is clearly adept at harnessing the medical prowess of Vesta to cure Sam of his clone sting that just about put him out of his misery. Everything was looking pretty hopeful until... If anything, this show just keeps on surprising us in the most gruesome ways imaginable. Once Sam recovers a bit, he stumbles into a kind of lair where it's revealed that, surprise, Old Lady Survivor is actually a husk being controlled by this squishy Cthulhu-looking MFer. This is kind of similar to Sam getting stung and slowing down, waiting for his zombified clone to take his place, but that felt more like a fungal or floral parasite hoping to procreate, while this one definitely is fauna. I also find it a little hilarious that Ursula couldn't hear or smell or didn't get curious and accidentally walk into this gruesome pit just next door, but it is what it is, I guess. And come to think of it, we've had a few parasitic and symbiotic creatures messing with our main cast. Cayman with Hollow, Levi with the fungus, the Miyazaki crabs, zombie fungus, and now Heart Cthulhu. Am I missing any? Let me know in the comments if you think of more. And while you're down there, drop a like. Maybe consider subscribing if you're new here. I'll be making a few more videos about Scavenger's Reign once the series is done, along with storytelling topics in film, TV, video games, and literature about sci-fi nerdy space stuff. I hope you find this content as gripping as Terrence did this Cobra Bramblevine. Alright, so meanwhile, Ozzy's radio plea for help was actually answered by some folks on a nearby moon, whom at first feel like a company of miners, but we discover in short order that they're more privateers looking to help out their own colony and a solar system over. Through these 3 new characters, we learned a great deal of world-building lore as well. For one, the Demeter isn't necessarily the name of the ship, but of the company they work for, whereas 227 seems to be the actual individualized name or marker for the ship. The other thing that might have been more obvious is that their primary cargo were colonists and settlers. There's been a few inferences of the company losing its quote-unquote investment on the cargo, and that could be taken to mean there is something else other than the people, or that could mean that the people of the Demeter 227 are in fact highly valuable individuals to jumpstart or round out a burgeoning colony. Either way, they're referred to as a resource and investment over individuals, which I'll touch on more later. Then it also sounds as if there are other well-established colonies out there that don't operate under any kind of interstellar political rule or corporation. Once you've established in a solar system, you can operate with some independence and sovereignty. And here's where an interesting parallel appears. With our new characters of Chris, Terrence, and Barry, 3 people desperately in need of an inhaler, and who probably should have showed up with a gun, who are keen to mine the Demeter's wreckage for a salvage to support their colony in the next system over. They're scavengers. Ooh, I said half of the title.
You shall be the fellowship of the...
They thus far have shown no overt malintent toward Ozzy, offering her a ride off Vesta once they pick the Demeter clean. However, they're using her as much as she's been using the planet in order to survive. Similar to a topic I touched on with my last video, Vesta and its creatures, with major exception to Hollow, mean no malintent toward our Demeter survivors. Everything in the ecosystem is simply looking to continue to survive and reproduce, just like how the Demeter survivors are operating. They're utilizing the planet's resources to survive, just like Chris and Terrence and Barry. They're trying to utilize the Demeter's resources to survive. It is greatly looking like we can expect Chris to pull some shenanigans once they reach the Demeter, but then again, her life coaching Ozzy to let go of her fear would be kind of a waste of time. Maybe she's trying to get Ozzy to join some fun space cult? And no sci-fi is complete without a little bit of stoic philosophy, am I right?
Do you feel that?
What?
You're free. That fear you were carrying with you is gone now.
I've really missed a short montage of the flowers growing out of the corpses of the animals and people during these episodes. Although the flashback of Husky Grandma putting down the flower at the grave was a really, really nice touch. What about you? What were your favorite parts of the show so far? I genuinely love to hear them. My absolute favorite moments in these last batch of episodes? The needle drop of Sam's theme song during his manic nest building phase after the realization he's got a Heart Cthulhu. But second place definitely goes to Sam rambling about dead dirt.
To create a home for whatever those things are. My feeling right now is that I am that soil.
And sorry this one was a little late to uploading, but the next one that'll cover the final batch of episodes will be up much sooner than this one. Hollow willing.